Jake from Evolving Daily. Usually I have some kind of hat on to promote another company, but man, I feel like I could be filming a Paul Mitchell commercial right now. It's a pretty sweet hard hat hair. Today is just a ramble. And before, seems like there's a lot of new, maybe some new people. There's an Instagram, I think it's Evolving Daily channel. There's a Facebook page, Evolving Daily channel. There's a podcast. I've only put like 3 up there. There's a bunch of old videos that are going to get reworked and made into podcasts. And it's Evolving Daily channel. I think it's on Google Play, iTunes, Stitcher, and Libsyn. I feel like there's one other I'm forgetting. But anyhow, today's ramble. Number one, this is just kind of a part of it. You should know your neighbors, the people around you, and businesses if that's the case. You should know those, like what those people are and who they are and things about them. Just so you know if they're an ally or a possible hazard. But in addition to that, if you know them, they know you. If they know you and know that you're somewhat prepared for some things, whether you're a prepper, a gun guy, an EMT, firefighter, whatever you are that's watching this, you're prepared for something. Even if it's just in the mind. So, with that, they know that you're prepared for things. So there are going to be situations that come up where they come to you for help. Which is fine. I mean, that's kind of what I would say most of us are here for. Is to help other people and our family and our loved ones. So, with them knowing that you may be of assistance in whatever situation, you need to have those things ready to go at all times. Like, I have various bags here, there, and yon. In the car, at the house, right before I go out the door at the house. Work truck, stashed a little bit everywhere. A lot of them are medical, some of them are gun guy stuff, some of them are just simple tools and what other nonsense. But, like, I used to have a neighbor whose small child would start having seizures and hold their breath until they passed out and then had a seizure and various medical conditions. And they knew that I was an EMT and worked on the fire department. So whenever that happened, they would run to the house, either with or without the kid, and then we would go back across the street. And I've had a few other situations where Billy cut his arm, or somebody got bit by a dog, or a couple burns. Just, I mean, not 90% of them weren't life-threatening, but to them, that was their emergency. Like, to people who aren't used to dealing with stuff on a regular basis, of like people unconscious or mangled up in a car or houses on fire, things like that, when they do have you know, a decent laceration or a decent cut, or got bumped on the head, whatever the case, that is the Super Bowl of bad shit happening, because they're not used to it, and it's happening to their loved one, and they don't know how to deal with it. So they are just 100 miles an hour, don't know what the hell to do, so they come in screaming, raising hell. And I'm not making light of this. This is just showing you how some people react during emergencies. So we roll up on a house fire. We're on a volunteer department, short-staffed. I think we had 5 guys in gear at the time that we rolled up, and in 2 different rigs. Get there, a woman pulls in a car that wasn't at the house and is screaming that her babies are upstairs. My babies, my babies. Well, it's time to shit and get. Just make stuff up as we go, because we don't have enough people. Tearing the house apart, looking for things, looking for kids, flipping shit over, and it was her dogs. But those are her babies, and this is happening to her. And this stuff, she's not used to this stuff. So people will, communication's a big thing during emergency. Big. Like, even if someone comes up and tells you, oh my God, it exploded. Well, that might mean that literally, seen this, called in an explosion. Which, yeah, I mean, it was. Their pressure cooker blew the top off. We're expecting to roll up on a house missing chunks and pieces and possibly on fire, and nope, there was a whole bunch of soup beans on the ceiling. But I mean, communication's big. So if a neighbor runs in, you need to have the things ready to grab and go. And before you grab the things and go, you need to make sure you have what you need. Because if the communication isn't right, you might grab your oh shit crazy ass trauma kit, and what you needed was a boo-boo bag. Or, I mean, there could be situations where it's backwards. They call your your wife or whatever, and hey, Billy fell and he kind of hurt his leg. And maybe if the parents, anyhow, if it's third party information, it might be that, oh, someone's kind of hurt. Get down there and, that bone is supposed to be underneath the skin, so let's go ahead and do something with that. A situation similar to that is, we're at a football game. I was the athletic trainer for our local little tiny high school football team, and somebody comes over and says, hey, Bill passed out and I think he's pretty sick over there, or whoever the hell it was. So start walking across the field and then see people sprinting, diving into this big pile, not diving, but getting in this great big pile. I was like, well, maybe slightly different. So trot on over there. Old boy is done. DED dead. Got him back though. Not like, we CPRs and shocked and loaded him in the bus and they took off and all them things. But yeah, Bill was sick and I think he passed out. Well, Bill wasn't sick. Bill's heart stopped working. But rambled. Hey, it's a ramble video. The basis of the meat and taters of this is have kits ready by the door to go, like fire extinguisher. If you don't have a fire extinguisher in your house, holy God, they're pretty important. Like, I'm sure you've got some $800 Smoke Wagon Custom Deluxe with a little dot on it and a light, and that wouldn't even be $800, that'd be like $1,000. You got all these cool things so you can pew, 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 but you don't have, like, I don't know, I get mine for free, but a $50 fire extinguisher, I'm guessing. I have no idea. And buy multiples, like one in the kitchen, one near bedrooms, one in your car, one as you go out the door of your house. That way, holy, is that far? Grab it, whew, go. Medical kits, various ones, like one for a big one, because this is in your house, so you don't have to worry about storage. Like, it's not like it's in your car and you try to have a full-size damn backpack, like, and pack that thing pretty full. You're not gonna be carrying it around all the time and transferring it here and there. A full size, like, there's holes, poke things in them. It's not all gunshots and knife wounds. It's somebody falling on a piece of rebar. Seen it. It's not nice. Glass. Use your imagination. Think back over time. People have gotten hurt pretty bad. So have a big med bag. Then have another med bag of ointments and bee sting stuff. I mean, you're going to use that 10 times more, but have that. Have a little toolkit of, help somebody change a tire. I don't know. Have a bunch of bags full of a bunch of things. Have them clearly marked and near-ish the door. That way when someone comes and gets you or calls you on the phone, you can grab it and bolt after you've asked plenty of questions. Then people will resist that. Hey, this happened. There's smoke everywhere. Do you see fire? There's smoke everywhere. Do you see fire? Is everyone out of the house? Do you know everyone's out of the house? It's hard to force communication, and people will think you're an asshole, and you're not. You don't think it's as big of a deal as it is to them, which you need to know it's a big deal, but you also need to calm the hell down. One big form of treatment is staying calm and calming them down. This could quickly go 7 different. Yeah, I know, it's 8 fingers. One of those comes back together at the end. Ah, cramp. Alright. I need to go drink water, apparently. My hand just cramped. And some salt. And then find somewhere with free Wi-Fi, because last night's video took 1 hour to upload. You're welcome. Sounds like a good excuse to go eat chicken wings. Hey now. Have your gear. Have it ready. Be ready to help other people. And just buying the stuff and putting it in the place, you're not ready. You need to use it a lot. Hands-on. Apply it with a professional watching you. And you need to have it up here. Be ready. Always be prepared to thrive. Jesus tits. See how that come back together? The whole catch line, the thing I do at the end of everything. Always be prepared to thrive while others survive. So they're surviving this emergency. Like they just want to be alive at the end of it. They're just praying that this stops soon and they can be done with it. And you need to be thriving. When you get there, not just like, oh, you need to be like, bang, 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 fixing it now. Mitigation. Do it. So, yeah. Always be prepared to thrive while others survive. Hey now. Peace. Tomorrow. What's the Saturday? Friday's ramble. Diet. Spoiler alert, it's going to be chicken wings.